If you are not too fond of using in-ears nor over-the-ear headphones, you might want to consider getting something that is on-ear. Now thankfully, a manufacturer called Shokz makes the OpenFit true wireless earbuds. Now they can be found for £180 in the UK, and they also come with a 2-year warranty. Now in this video, which has been sponsored by the manufacturer, I'll be covering everything you need to know about them and also giving you my own personalised EQ. So to kick off, I would like to talk about connectivity, and here it's no surprise to learn that these true wireless earbuds connect over Bluetooth. Version 5.2 is used, and you've got the SBC and AAC codecs only. As for the overall range, they're rated at 10 meters. Now the earbuds can be used independently from one another, therefore meaning that you can use them in a mono format, both the left and right driver. Now, I would just like to point out that if you're going to use them in a stereo format and then switch to a mono format, then it will automatically pause your music. Thankfully, it's very easy to resume your music by just simply double tapping on one of the earbuds. Now, speaking about playing your music, these earbuds have got an air conduction transducer with an 18x11mm custom dynamic driver. This has also got an ultralight composite diaphragm, which has been crafted from carbon fiber and a polymer surrounding. Now this also gives it a frequency range of 50Hz up to 16 kHz. The manufacturer describes it as providing bright highs and also deep lows. In fact, the latter is also boosted because it has got a specific algorithm which tries to carry the low-end frequencies via the use of vibrations, which is very handy on a set of on-ear earbuds. Speaking of which, there is also something called dynamic range control, DRC for short, and this effectively adjusts the EQ in real time, meaning that no matter what sort of scenario you're in, you'll be able to enjoy your music to its fullest. So moving on, we get on to recording quality, and everything you can hear right now is coming directly from the Shokz OpenFit. Now the manufacturer claims that it can block out up to 99.7% of your ambient sounds, at least for your recipient, and that is due to clever AI call noise cancellation technology, therefore meaning that it focuses on your voice rather than the environment around you. Now for me to demonstrate it, I'll be facing my bookshelf speakers and playing back a track from Priya J, which is titled Like Me, and while I continue to speak you might be able to hear her vocals, but if I go quiet, you can see that the technology is actually doing a pretty good job of not amplifying the sound around me, but rather actually quieting it down, therefore making it a lot better for when you're quiet on the end of the line, and therefore when your recipient is talking to you, they won't be blasted with a lot of sound. Speaking of which, Shokz have brought out Direct Pitch, a patented special air conduction technology which aims to reduce sound leakage. Now for me to demonstrate it, I'll be playing back Priya J's track via my ears, and I'm roughly 60 centimeters away from the microphone. I'll be approaching it to roughly 30 centimeters to see if you can pick out her vocals. Now there I did approach the microphone and went back, and I was listening at what I would say is a comfortable volume. So I'd be curious to know if you were able to hear Priya J's vocals down in the comment section below. So next up we get onto the Shokz app, and through the main interface you can see the earbuds with the battery indicator for the left and right driver and also the charging case, which is very handy. Now as for the EQ modes, there's some preset ones that you might want to select, and the default is standard. If, however, you want to customize it, you can also do so. In this case, I have added 2 notches to 64Hz, 1 notch to 100Hz, and also 2 notches to 8 kHz. This is all very subjective, but feel free to copy my own EQ if you feel that it might better your overall experience. Now here you've also got the ability to customize the controls, the double tap and the press and hold function. You've got a few preset modes that you can choose, but I do actually like the default. For example, play and pause on both the left and right driver while double tapping, and while press and holding I go previous and next respectively. All very handy. Now as for the touch responsiveness, it is actually very well done. I had no issues whatsoever while interacting with the earbuds, but of course your mileage may vary depending on your own sort of preference, be it if you prefer a physical button or touch buttons, but what I will say here is, having tested a vast array of different earbuds, the actual touch sensitivity does work really well. Now, shifting our attention back to the app, at the bottom you can see some media controls. Of course, if you've got something playing, you can play, pause, previous and next, and also adjust the volume, all of which are very handy. Now, at the top right hand side, you've got a settings cog, which allows you to register the product, enter the settings, which I've already covered, although in this respect you can update the firmware or indeed check for one, change the app language, and also enable or disable dark mode. Then you've got a user guide, can find out more about the company, and also do some surveys in order to earn some rewards. Now, moving past the app, I would like to talk about its design, and here it's available in a black and beige finish. Of course, the former is the one that I've received. Now, the earbuds themselves have got an IP54 water resistance and therefore will be good against the elements. However, it is worth considering that the charging case has not got any sort of water resistance. Now, as for the overall design of the earbuds, they have got an ultra soft silicone material, which is pliable and therefore should be accustomed for any sort of ear shape or size. They actually weigh in at just 8.3 grams each. Now, furthermore, they have got the Dolphin Arc ear hook with a built-in 0.7mm ultra-fine memory wire, making them fit and secure. In this respect, if you're going to be walking, jogging, or doing any sort of strenuous exercises, you'll be pleased to know that these earphones really do stay still, and they're not going to fall out in any sort of circumstances. Very handy for a multitude of different reasons, and in this respect, their over-the-ear, on-ear design makes them actually very handy. Now, as for the overall battery life, the earbuds themselves house a 58 mAh battery, while the charging case a 600 mAh battery. Now, this means that the earbuds themselves can run for 7 hours on a singular charge, but with the charging case takes them up to 28 hours, making them very handy for a long-haul flight. Now, the USB Type-C port, which is placed on the charging case, also allows for quick charging. Therefore, a quick 5-minute blast will give you 1 hour playback. Just as a note, it takes 1 hour to charge the earbuds from empty to full, while the charging case without the earbuds actually inside will take roughly 2 hours. So there we have it. Hopefully you've enjoyed my detailed overview of the Shokz OpenFit. Now, I'll be curious to know what you make of them down in the comment section below. And of course, if you've liked this detailed video, definitely do consider dropping a like, subscribing, and hitting that bell notification. All of which would be greatly appreciated. As such, I've been Totally Dubbed, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye.